As David Morgan prepares to hand over the reins to his replacement, ex-St George boss Gail Kelly, he can't hide his satisfaction of a job well done. Sky Business reporter Desley Coleman caught up with Westpac CEO and asked him for the last time to go through his full-year highlights.
Desley, was a very strong bottom line, 14% cash earnings growth. It was revenue-led, so 11% revenue growth, which is the highest I've had in my 9 years. A big gap between revenue growth and expense growth, a 5 percentage point gap. We fully provided for all known risks. We topped up our credit provisioning and our tax provisioning, and we invested heavily for the future, put on another 800 people, and we had really strong momentum. So second half was 9%, 18% annualised, so we're taking big momentum into 2008.
Deposits were up, but you seem so excited about the wealth management side of the business. Just how important is wealth management going to feature in Westpac's future?
Oh, look, this is our major growth option, Desley, notwithstanding the broad-based momentum we have. Back in 2002, it was 4% of our earnings. Today, it's 12% of our earnings. That's grown at 27% per annum for those 5 years and getting a return on equity of 22%. We expect within 3 years that 12% will go to closer to 20%. So it's a massive growth option for us.
Well, if we could talk about interest rates, what's your view on the RBA's position as far as regulatory and fiscal and monetary policy goes?
Core inflation is probably sitting around 3% and the risks are on the upside there. Unemployment is very low. 4% and probably heading lower. We've got an expansionary fiscal policy being pursued by both political parties, and we've got, another terms of trade boost coming off the resources boom. So inflation is the number one threat to continued growth in the economy. There's now a 91% probability, according to the market, of the RBA moving interest rates next week by 1/4 percentage point. I've never known a time when the market has been so confident that they've been proved wrong.
Have you noticed an increase in arrears and delinquencies?
Yes, we have, but tracking up very modestly, Desley, and only what you'd expect out of our models. So there's been an increase in credit card and also mortgages, but from a very low base, very modest rise, and exactly what's predicted by our models, so no cause for concern.
What are your thoughts on the condition of the banking industry as you leave Westpac?
Look, I think it's in very healthy shape. When I took over as CEO in '99 of Westpac, it was true of Westpac, but also the banking industry. Its reputation was in tatters with the general community. They've been closing branches, laying off staff, closing rural branches, and there was a real threat of re-regulation. I think now we led the way there. We put a moratorium on rural branch closures. We introduced fee-free banking for the less privileged, and I think we led the way in rehabilitating the reputation of banking with the general populace and helped head off re-regulation. I think the other big development has just become much more competitively intense, which is great for consumers.
Well, as you leave Westpac, your achievements have been huge, but what are you most proud of?
I'm very proud at lifting the performance for all of our stakeholders. We were towards the back of the field 9 years ago, and I think this result today puts us well and truly at the front of the pack. I'm very proud of what we've done on wealth with our acquisitions. I'm very proud about being a national and global leader in sustainability. And finally, I'm very proud of what we've done on diversity. The 25% of women comprised our management in 1999, and it's 42% now. And I feel very good about that.
And just finally, where to next?
I've only made 2 decisions, Desley. One is when I told my board 12 months that I didn't want to continue as a full-time executive, and the second decision is I want to live right here in Australia. They're the only 2 decisions so far.